So, take three. What else was in that bag? What else put me in that window? Um, the photography. There's a lot of photography. Um, Excessive portraiture, um, and an inability to live in the moment when you're out and about. So you're constantly being monitored by this camera. You can't do anything because you got to stop, take photos. Halfway through it, you have to stop, take photos. We'd unwrap Christmas presents and have to take a photo of each present before, during, and after. And I swear to God, if it was a pair of socks, you had to take a picture of each sock. And I'm exaggerating a little. Um, but there was more. And I'm only going to bring up some of it because it's YouTube. So the one in particular I know was traded for, was profited from, and was deliberately taken as artistic child nudity. And let's see, I was 4 or 5, and yeah, my sister and I were coaxed out of our clothes on a riverbank and photographed, and the camera used to photograph us wound up becoming a household item. And I know that the negatives were traded off. And this is all through a church. Um, I couldn't tell you about the leadership structure or who's who of any of it, but yeah, we attended Calvary Chapel, and this photography session in particular happened at sort of a retreat where everyone had gone out to walk around in nature. Yeah, it's still around. The photographs, and my sister was photographed nude, so she was 3. Yeah, 3 at this particular time. She was photographed strolling along the water's edge. I was photographed also strolling, standing, and sitting on a rock. I was posed like the thinker, and I didn't want to do it, but I was told to. There's other photography. There was a lot more. This one in particular, though, like I said, it's not graphic enough to warrant censoring. Yeah, and there's witnesses. There's other people that have seen it. So that's another thing, is could be corroborated theoretically. And what was the other thing about that? Oh yeah, God wants us to. It's how we practice being grown-ups. That was a phrase I learned from an older girl. She was 10 or older, and at the same church at Bible studies on Thursdays at our house, when it was at our house. I had attended those, and the children act out what goes on in their houses. And it was basically a child orgy of anywhere from 5 to 7 children. I think more sometimes. Some of it got pretty busy. 2 bedrooms full of kids, and one of them, they're nude, going in and out of the closet. That was the game. Is you go in the closet naked, you get fondled, and you come out and put your clothes on. And it was some kind of metaphor for being born again or something, and it was pretty twisted. They're also, playing house, but they were sexualized games. And this is all at our time with Calvary Chapel. And that's one incident again. There are witnesses. That's the only thing I'm going to bring up, really, is what's been talked about openly, and what I know could be corroborated theoretically. And I don't know if I had any toys related to those events, specifically in that bag, but Just speaking aesthetically, we'll put that in there too. Those are in that bag.